Tennis fans, brace yourselves. We've got two thrilling third-round matchups in the 2025 Canadian Open that you won't want to miss. Mirra Andreeva versus McCartney Kessler in Montreal, and Lorenzo Musetti versus Alex Michelsen in Toronto. Both matches are packed with intrigue, rising stars, and major implications. Whether you're a hardcore WTA or ATP follower, or just a sports fan looking for high-quality action, this is your moment. In today's video, we're breaking down both matchups with stats, predictions, and all the viewing info you need. So, grab your racket, or maybe just a snack, and let's dive into what could be two of the most defining matches of the summer hardcourt season. Let's kick off in Montreal with the women's third-round showdown between 18-year-old sensation Mirra Andreeva and the 26-year-old American McCartney Kessler. Andreeva enters the match as the number 4th seed and currently holds the WTA World number 5 ranking. She hasn't played a point yet in this tournament, thanks to a first-round bye and a second-round walkover after Bianca Andreescu's injury withdrawal. Kessler, on the other hand, had to grind through a 3-set battle against Maya Joit in the previous round. It's the first ever WTA main draw meeting between the two players, which adds even more curiosity to the encounter. Andreeva is no stranger to big stages, despite her age. Her 2025 season has been electric, headlined by back-to-back WTA 1000 wins in Dubai and Indian Wells. She defeated top talent, including a memorable win over Aryna Sabalenka, to earn those titles. Although she hasn't lifted another trophy since, her consistent performances have pushed her to a 36-11 record this year. That's incredible for a teenager competing regularly against the tour's elite. She thrives on hard courts and uses a lethal mix of depth, angles, and counterpunching that's hard to break down. The big question is whether she'll be match-sharp after not hitting a ball yet in this tournament. McCartney Kessler is not to be underestimated. She's having a solid 2025 season herself, with 2 WTA titles to her name, Hobart and Nottingham, and she's 18-9 on hard courts this year. Currently ranked number 32, she's had to battle her way through the draw, and her second-round win showcased her grit. Kessler hits a heavy forehand, has a decent first serve, and plays with a fighter's mindset. Her biggest opportunity today might be capitalizing on any early rust in Andreeva's game, especially if the team takes time to find rhythm. Kessler's challenge is to hit clean winners and keep rallies short, something easier said than done against Andreeva. So what's the verdict? We're picking Andreeva in straight sets, though it might start off tighter than expected. Expect Kessler to make a push early, but once Andreeva dials in her return game, it could tilt fast. This match is scheduled for 2 p.m. Eastern on Rogers Court at IGA Stadium. It should be available via Tennis Channel's whip-around coverage and also on the dedicated live stream on the Tennis Channel website and app. If you're using Amazon Prime, some matches are streaming there too, depending on regional access. A Tennis Channel monthly pass goes for $9.99, in case you're wondering. Switching over to the men's side in Toronto, we've got a fascinating third-round ATP clash between Lorenzo Musetti and American hopeful Alex Michelsen. This one is scheduled a bit earlier, around 12:30 p.m. Eastern, on center court at Sobeys Stadium. Musetti is the higher seed, ranked number 10 globally, and has a 25-10 record in 2025. Michelsen is still finding his form, sitting at an even 18-18 on the year, but he's got the firepower and hunger to pull off an upset. Both guys had to work hard to get here, so this one could be closer than the rankings suggest. Musetti's 2025 season has been a bit of a roller coaster. He's shown flashes of brilliance, especially on clay, but hasn't lifted a title yet. Losses to Carlos Alcaraz at multiple key events, including Monte Carlo, Rome, and Roland Garros, have stalled his trophy haul. Then came a surprising early exit at Wimbledon. Still, his elegant one-handed backhand incredible court coverage, and shot variety make him one of the toughest players to beat when he's on. He looked shaky early against James Duckworth, but turned it around in the second set to move on comfortably. Alex Michelsen, only 20, had a breakout run at the Australian Open, but hasn't built much momentum since. His second-round win over Tomas Barrios Vera in straight sets shows he's still got that spark. Michelsen thrives on quick, aggressive points. His flat strokes and powerful serve could challenge Musetti, who prefers extended rallies and rhythm. If Michelsen can keep his unforced errors low and attack early in points, he might frustrate the Italian. However, any dip in consistency could see Musetti seize control and stretch him out wide. Our prediction? Musetti in 3 tight sets. Expect Michelsen to take the first or push Musetti deep in at least one set, but the Italian's experience and versatility should help him close it out. This match will also air on the Tennis Channel, with a dedicated feed on the app and website. If you're planning to watch both ATP and WTA matches today, you might want to use split screen or jump between feeds. Tennis Channel's coverage tends to bounce between courts, so go for the direct stream if you want uninterrupted action. To wrap it up, both matches today offer something for every kind of tennis fan. Youthful dominance, underdog grit, elegant shot-making, and raw power. Whether you're rooting for the rising stars or backing your favorite underdogs, this is peak hardcourt tennis. Make sure your Tennis Channel app is updated. Grab a reliable stream and keep an eye on live stats and post-match interviews for added context. And hey, drop your predictions in the comments if you're watching along. Who do you think moves on? This summer's road to the US Open is heating up fast, and it all starts with matchups like these. The third round of a Masters 1000 event like the Canadian Open isn't just another checkpoint. It's where players start truly feeling the weight of the draw. Every match from this point on means more points, more prize money, and more momentum heading into the US Open Series. For rising stars like Andreeva and Michelsen, a deep run here could signal their transition from promising talent to serious contenders. And for more established names like Musetti and Kessler, it's a chance to reclaim confidence, sharpen their game, and set the tone for the final stretch of the season. These are not just tennis matches. They're career-defining moments. You can feel the tension in the rallies. The crowd gets louder, and the stakes get higher with every point. And that's what makes this stage of the tournament so electric. It's where talent meets pressure, and not everyone walks away the same. Let's talk about something that doesn't always show up in stats: the environment. The Canadian Open is known for its vibrant crowd and lively hard courts, but there's a difference between Montreal and Toronto. Montreal tends to have a slightly slower surface, which can favor someone like Andreeva, who thrives on constructing points and moving her opponents around. On the flip side, Toronto's court plays a little faster, which suits Michelsen's serve-heavy, aggressive game. Weather conditions could also play a role. Humidity and swirling winds are common in both venues, and players will need to adjust their timing. Add in the loud, engaged Canadian fans who love an underdog, and you've got a recipe for drama. If you're watching at home, pay attention to how each player adapts, not just to their opponent, but to the full scope of the match environment. That often makes the difference in tight sets. So what's at stake if these players advance? Let's break it down. For Andreeva, a win today likely sets up a quarterfinal clash with either Jelena Ostapenko or Beatrice Haddad-Maia, both tough, physical opponents. A win there could mark her deepest Canadian Open run to date. For Kessler, beating a top 5 player would be the biggest win of her career and possibly vault her into the top 25. On the men's side, if Musetti moves on, he'll face the winner of the Casper Ruud-Francisco Cerundolo match, which would be another big test on the way to a potential semifinal. Michelsen, meanwhile, is looking for a marquee win that could reignite his ranking push and confidence. Simply put, today's matches are about more than just survival. They're gateways to momentum, legacy, and belief. One win can change everything. Let's see who wants it more.